Bom, falar da Vânia eu tinha muita coisa para falar. Podíamos estar aqui a noite inteira, amanhã, e nunca acabávamos de falar, de contar de peripécias que eu tenho com a Vânia. Mas não posso deixar de partilhar com vocês pelo menos duas situações que até hoje, cada vez que eu penso nelas, hoje dá-me vontade de rir, naquela altura não. A primeira ocasião aconteceu quando a Vânia tinha mais ou menos 5, 6 anos de idade. Nessa altura nós morávamos nas cabanas no Algarve. As cabanas naquele tempo... cabanas! Naquele tempo as cabanas eram uma vila pequena, toda a gente conhecia toda a gente se metia na vida de toda a gente. E então era um lugar seguro, as crianças andavam a brincar e nós não tínhamos nenhuma preocupação. No inverno, no verão, Cabanas tornava-se uma cidade enorme, com muito movimento, turistas nacionais, internacionais, imigrantes, locais, vinham pessoas de todo o lado passar férias ali. Então um dia, uma tarde, eu estava a trabalhar e a minha amiga Natália, aqui presente também hoje para partilhar mais este momento da Vânia, o momento mais importante da vida dela. Bom, o segundo mais importante, o primeiro foi o nascimento da Érica, claro. A minha amiga, a Natália, veio ter comigo e disse-me assim: sabes onde está a tua filha? Anda para aí a brincar, disse eu. Ela disse: pois, a tua filha está lá embaixo, no café, numa mesa sentada com um casal de ingleses, ela está a comer e a beber. Ok. Eu saí do trabalho a correr, lá fui eu, esbaforida, quando entrei no café, sim senhora, a boa da Vânia, lá estava, sentada à mesa de um casal inglês, que ela não conhecia de lado nenhum, mas por sinal até ficámos amigos até hoje deles. Ali estava a comer, a beber, como se não fosse nada, sem a menor preocupação. E o mais interessante é que ela falava com eles e parecia que eu estava a perceber. E ali estava na maior conversação. É escusado dizer, claro, que eu dei-lhe um raspanete, mas a Vânia, claro, tão pequenina, alheia aos riscos que tinha corrido, ela só olhou para mim e disse: mãe, eles só me estavam a dar de comer. Ficou assim muito espantada porque é que eu estava tão preocupada e chateada com ela.
Qual é o problema?
A outra vez, Vânia, lembras-te? Não, a Natália lembra-se. A outra vez, também aconteceu no verão, dessa vez a minha irmã Lena, onde é que está a Lena? Estava a passar férias connosco lá também. E nós morávamos mesmo à beira-mar. A única coisa que nos separava do mar é o que dizem que era baixa-mar. Mas claro, sendo no verão, era a rua principal de Cabanas, aquilo era um movimento de carros, vai para cima, vai para baixo. Bom, eu e a Helena estávamos do outro lado da estrada, estávamos ali a conversar. De repente, nós só vimos a Vânia a correr, a atravessar a rua, em direção a nós, sem sequer olhar, e nós só vimos este carro vir de encontro à Vânia e passar por cima dela. Bom, como bons portugueses que nós somos, houve logo ali uma grande algazarra. Eram uns a gritar com o motorista que estava uma criança debaixo do carro, era a minha irmã a chorar, era eu a gritar. Bom, estávamos nós naquela algazarra toda. Sai uma Vânia debaixo do carro e vem assim e olha para nós. Eu olhei para ela, eu não sabia se havia de ralhar com ela, se havia de lhe dar beijos. Porque a Vânia era assim, a Vânia sempre foi muito independente, desde pequenina ela não precisava de ninguém. Ela fazia o que queria, era o espírito dela, e ainda hoje ela é assim. Ela é muito independente e chegou aonde chegou por esse mesmo espírito que ela tem. Quando a Érica nasceu, onde é que está a minha neta? Minha linda! Quando a Érica nasceu, claro, eu fiquei apreensiva, embora, por força das circunstâncias da vida, a Vânia já fazia papel de mãe para o Miguel, mas mesmo assim, quando a Érica nasceu, claro, ela agora era mãe ela tinha uma menina para cuidar. E eu fiquei apreensiva, porque a Vânia também era muito nova, como vocês sabem. Mas depressa esses medos se dissiparam. A minha neta não podia ter tido melhor mãe e, mais importante ainda, melhor amiga. Elas são duas melhores amigas e eu tenho muito, muito orgulho nelas duas, naquilo que a minha Érica é, e ela é o retrato vivo da educação que a mãe deu. Ela não só linda por fora, como ela linda por dentro. And I love you, Érica. Dizem que tudo na vida tem uma razão de ser. Nada acontece por acaso. Tudo tem uma razão. Quando nós decidimos ir para a Inglaterra, embora naquela altura nós não soubéssemos, mas havia uma razão para isso. E essa razão trouxe-nos todos aqui hoje. E naquela altura, e hoje, eu consigo ver que o nosso bondoso Deus, o nosso Criador, estava guiando os nossos passos da minha família para um futuro muito melhor. Eu conheci o Tobias há 8 anos atrás. Quando a Vânia me apresentou, tudo o que eu pensava dos homens ingleses eu tinha na minha frente. O Tobias era um gentleman, um perfeito gentleman. Yeah. Eu olhei para ele, tão calmo, tão sossegado, tão educado, e eu pensei, isto não vai dar certo. Não, isto não vai dar certo. E quanto mais eu convivia com o Tobias, mais eu me convencia que eles não iam dar certo. Como é que podia dar certo? A Vânia, como uma boa portuguesa, o sangue lhe corre das veias, é quente. Não leva desaforos para casa, faz aquilo que pensa que está certo e ninguém lhe diz o que tem que fazer. Por outro lado, o Tobias, ele já não é assim, pronto, a gente já o conseguiu moldar um bocadinho, mas naquela altura era assim. Eles eram e são fogo e água. Mas com o decorrer do tempo, eu fui-me percebendo que as diferenças que eu pensava que os iam separar eram essas diferenças que o mantinham unidos, que o mantinham juntos. A calma do Tobias contrasta com a energia da Vânia. E então um complementa o outro. O Tobias convenceu-me por completo quando eu pude ver o amor, o carinho, o respeito com que ele tratava a Vânia. E melhor ainda, com que ele tratava a Érica. Ele aceitou a Érica como se fosse dele. Ele fez de tudo para dar à Érica e à Vânia o melhor que elas pudessem ter. A vida perfeita que eles têm hoje. Claro que ninguém é perfeito, mas para mim eles conseguem chegar à perfeição. Por isso, Tobias, te dei hoje. Eu não te vou pedir que continues a olhar para elas, que continues a tomar conta delas, porque eu sei que tu vais fazer isso. Hoje eu quero dizer obrigado e quero-te dar as boas-vindas a esta família maluca, sim, barulhenta, sim, mas uma família que, e acho que tu já conseguiste ver, nós nos amamos uns aos outros e sempre em qualquer situação, nós aparamos uns aos outros. Ao Senhor e à Senhora Reece, parabéns, muitas felicidades e que Jeová vos abençoe para toda a vida. Obrigada.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I do thank Anna for that beautiful, if yet slightly misunderstanding for many of his English speech, but I'm sure that will work out in our little books that I haven't read yet. Now, it's come to the time of the day when I get to do a speech on behalf of myself and my new wife, Vanya. Now, I go by the old saying that speeches should be like miniskirts, short enough to attract attention, but long enough to cover the bare essentials. Now, I do have a few toasts to propose throughout this speech. So, glasses, ready, everybody? Excellent. Right, so far, today has been very special for both of us. Of course, there are certain people that unfortunately couldn't be with us here today. Whilst we do remember everyone, it is worth mentioning Vanya's grandmother Lisbella, who I know Vanya does still idolise as her role model even to this day, over 20 years after her passing. And of course, my grandma Betty, who was finally allowed to rest in February this year. You may have noticed the pictures on the side there. So for that reason, and for the reason that Lisbella and Betty never needed an excuse for a drink, I do ask everyone to raise their glasses to absent friends. Absent friends. Excellent, that worked. Anna, I now thank you for welcoming me into your family in true Portuguese gusto, in the way that you have done. For the never-ending Saturday and Sunday lunches at your house, where I discovered interesting and exciting foods, such as bacalhau, which is codfish pie for the uninitiated, and sardinhas grilladas. Yes, that is grilled sardines. And of course, even more thanks goes to Anna for cooking me poppadoms and chapatis when I finally got the courage up to say that I didn't like fish or any other exciting or interesting food. Anna, I do hope that with this marriage, you aren't losing your only daughter, but instead you're gaining another son. A slightly whiter, thinner, rubbish with DIY son that you are used to, but a son nonetheless. So everyone, raise a glass to Anna. My mother and father, Jim and Julie, for welcoming Vanya and of course Erica into our very small, exclusive, only room for three family. I did know there was some trouble with me growing up, mainly due to my broken brain and stubborn personality. But for all the help that you have given to us throughout the 7-year relationship, we do thank you for that. Of course, I'd like to thank my father for being my best man today. Padrinos, is that right? Yes. Padrinos? Padrinos, yeah. Many people, at least I think some people, may be wondering why I didn't have my best friend as my best man, or someone my own age. To answer that question, of course, I might not have some my own age, but I do actually have my best friend. Ever since I was a young boy, I'd always wanted my father to be my best man on my wedding day, and I'm so happy I can finally have that here today. So thank you for that. So, yeah, thank you. So everyone raise a glass. Julie and Jim. The bridesmaids, Katja and Tanya. You've both known Vanya for many, many years, and I know how to impress you two when I first got involved in Vanya's life. You two have been the guardians of Vanya's happiness all her life. And when it comes to getting her approval, I like to think that I've done that successfully, but only just. after a meeting with Katja the first time. It didn't go down very well. Well, that's another story. So to everyone raise a glass to the bridesmaids, Katja and Tanya. The groomsmen, my Uncle David and Grandad Ken. It has been your responsibility to make sure I am wearing the right waistcoat. Don't get too drunk. Although Vanya did instruct you that I should get slightly drunk, which I did, just so you know. And most importantly, get to this place on time, making sure my shoes are tied and I don't look too bewildered. Yeah, you're fine. You've done it. Well done. So it is actually a great honour for me that you two will be my groomsmen. So once more, everyone raise a glass to the groomsmen, Uncle David and Grandad Ken. Thank you. Now we do get to the slightly more important toast. That's a joke. To the maid of honour, Erica. Now, Erica, this is quite a... where is she? Where is she? I can't see her. Down there. It's quite a poignant moment for me. 7 years ago, at the age of 11, you accepted me into your life without question. You didn't have to do that. You and your mum were a tight bond, and you could have kept it to yourself, but you didn't. I knew how close you two were. I remember asking for your permission to marry your mother, before I actually asked my future mother-in-law. You allowed me to become the happiest man in this room today by letting me join your family, and I don't think you realise how much I thank you for that. So thank you, Erica. I know we do have different views, mainly because you are a moody teenager growing up and discovering the world, and I am a moody adult growing up and discovering the world. But I hope you know that I really do care for you. And the fact that I've just married your mother, making you officially my stepdaughter, and me your stepfather officially, it's just a formality. I hope you can see that. So everyone, to raise a glass to Erica. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. Now there are many other people have been involved in making today special, whether they've been taking photographs or playing music or anything in between. Vanya and I thank you for that. I would also like to thank everyone for being here today. Some of you have travelled far and some of you haven't. Some of you have provided us with lots of humour, joy, laughter and smiles, and some of you haven't. Whoever you are, and whatever you have done, please raise a glass to yourselves, to everyone. Now finally, and definitely the most important person here today, and that's my new wife, Vanya. Every day I wake up and fall in love with you again. You are my world, and you look after me with so much care and love that I think that you might love me nearly as much as I love you. Whether it's making sure I've got enough food to eat or enough gel in my hair, it's the little special things that matter. And if I didn't have you, I'm pretty sure that I'd live off without a vindaloo sauce and frosted shreddies, with the occasional Actimel thrown in. Now, we do have our shouting matches, just as everyone does who's been together for any length of time. Despite how much you tell me about the 7-year itch, oh, the 7-year itch, we've been together 7 years, it's all falling apart. I'll refer you to our song. As Billy Joel in the song Just the Way You Are says, I took the good times, I'll take the bad times. I love you just the way you are. Everyone, raise a glass. My new wife, Vanya. And that's it. Thank you, everybody.
Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls. Oh, and Tobias. Just a couple of rules before we begin. If you have a mobile phone, keep it switched on. If anybody texts you any good jokes, let me know. Before I start, may I say what a lovely setting Vanya and Tobias have chosen. The beauty of this place is only eclipsed by the beauty of the bride and her bridesmaids. For those who don't know or don't have a clue who this old man standing in front of you is, my name is Jim and I have the honour of being Tobias's best man. I'm also his father, which puts me in the unique position of knowing a little bit about Tobias, some of which I will share with you, and some of which will be kept to one side for blackmail purposes, in case I ever need any money in the future. I've known Tobias since, well, about 10 to 8. On Monday the 17th of September 1984, which according to my calculations means that he is now 34 years old. Yes, everybody, today is Vanya's birthday. Tobias's birthday. Happy birthday, Tobias, and guess what? You will never, ever, ever forget your wedding anniversary. But let me go back to his actual birthday. Tobias's ability to inconvenience me was evident even then, as I was asked to leave at the end of visiting hours at 8 o'clock. So I got to hold him for the whole of 10 minutes. It was great fun watching, and difficult watching Tobias grow older. Great fun because he would play happily as a baby and a child. Great fun because he was good at school and gave good marks. And sometimes difficult because, like all teenagers and young adults, they know so much and their parents can't teach them anything at all. Wait a minute, that recognition goes on till this day. One of the interesting things about Tobias as he was growing up was his love of food. Not. Wherever we went, getting him interested in any sort of food was a challenge. In fact, we should have been pleased really because he quite enjoyed bread and water. Our problem was that people would think they were feeding him rations and never believe that was his favourite food. Tobias is quite keen on computer games, as Vanya will testify. I remember many happy hours sitting with Tobias and playing games such as The Legend of Zelda, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, until very late at night. I'm not sure my wife Julie was very keen on him staying up that late, but we had a great time. And if I say to Tobias now, dum dum dum, Red Valkyrie is about to die, this will hopefully bring a smile to his face. For those who know Tobias, he can be so annoying. If he wants you to see something on TV or on a computer game, he won't take no for an answer. He will go on and on and on, and then at the end, out of sheer exasperation and frustration, you say, all right, that's your downfall, and you may as well settle down for the rest of the evening. Don't get him started on quizzes. He loves them with a passion. So annoying. For those who don't know Tobias, he has clear-cut visions about things that are black and white. There are not many grey areas, and he always believes that whatever you do must be planned out beforehand, even if it's only 5 minutes beforehand. Can you imagine going shopping with him? I don't know if you're aware, ladies and gentlemen, but at school Tobias could play the saxophone, the clarinet, the viola, and represented the school on several occasions at big events. I'm not sure if he can still play them, and I'm not recommending that he now stands up and plays anything. I'm not sure that Vanya would welcome him playing them in the house. Let's ask her. There is no doubt, however, that Tobias is a kind and considerate young man. Once a week we go out together socially to a group meeting, and when anyone ever joins the group, Tobias is always the first to make absolutely sure that the individual feels at ease and is made to feel very welcome. He's especially kind to old people, and I hope that quality will continue to show as we get older. Although it may be worth pointing out to him that I'm 70 years of old age, and I could be considered old. but I will not ask him to do any shopping for me. I know many of you want to know just how Tobias and Vanya met. Even if you don't, I'm going to tell you. Tobias was my karate and weapons instructor for many years, but it was in a different role that he met Vanya. I was Vanya and Erica's karate instructor. One day I thought, I'll introduce Tobias to Vanya and hope they'll become good friends. Good friends? He moved in after a week. And that was nearly 8 years ago. Tobias and I share a common sense of humour. So if this speech is any way unfunny, blame him. Seriously though, Tobias, I have seen you and Vanya together over the past 8 years, and there is no doubt you both share great feelings for each other. I love it when you laugh, and your humour is sometimes so ridiculous. I never know whether to laugh or run away and hide. You are a wonderful son in whom I am extremely proud, and I know you will make a wonderful husband. At this point, I'm going to ask Anna just to do a little extra translation. It is very important
Muito importante
that fathers
que os pais
always embarrass their sons.
Ai, como é que se diz embaraço?
It is also important that many of their friends embarrass their sons. Their friends' sons.